Hi, I'm divorce and family law attorney Kyle Scoresby. This video is about dividing up debts in a divorce. This is something that happens often where debts get allocated between the parties, and then sometime later, after the divorce, one ex-spouse finds out that the other, their ex, has not been paying the debts they were ordered to pay in the divorce. And then they find that the creditor of that ex-spouse is coming after them. This is a real important point that people need to understand when they're going through a divorce. A divorce judge may not change a creditor's rights. So a creditor is not a party to your divorce case. So any orders the judge makes about who pays what debts only apply between the parties. They don't apply to third-party creditors. So when your ex is ordered to pay certain debts and they fail to pay them, those creditors may have the ability to come back on you for those debts. If those creditors come back on you and you pay those debts, your only remedy at that point is to sue your ex-spouse for a judgment for the amounts that you've had to pay to that creditor that you weren't supposed to have to pay. So if you want to try to avoid that kind of a problem, I have a couple recommendations on that. One is pull your credit report. Let's find out what debts are actually showing up on your credit report. If you, in the divorce case, take debts that show up on your credit report and only those debts, it's unlikely, though not impossible, it's unlikely that any other debts that your ex is allocated are going to come back on you. Creditors rarely will come after you on a debt that doesn't show up on your credit report. If you're not on the credit application, if you didn't sign it, they're probably not going to come after you when the spouse who did sign for that credit fails to pay the debt. A couple of other methods that you can try to avoid these problems is just to get the debt paid off. If you have a big asset like a house that you're selling, then maybe part of the agreement could be that when the house sells, the debts get paid in full and the remaining proceeds get divided. Then you don't have to worry about debts coming back on you later. A final method would be to do a balance transfer. If you have a joint credit card and you want to make sure that your ex doesn't default on that and have that debt come back on you, maybe part of the agreement could be that your ex, or your soon-to-be ex, gets a new credit account in just their name and transfers the joint debt to that separate credit account as part of finalizing the divorce.